everyone. This is our third verb lecture, verb topic, and this one is on verb forms. So what is a verb form? Well, verbs have four principal parts or forms, and they are called the base form, the present participle form, the past form, and the past participle form. You want to think about forms as building blocks. So every verb would have four blocks to choose from. And depending on what tense you want for your sentence, you would choose one of the four blocks for that verb. The base form is exactly what it sounds like. It's the most basic form of the verb. It's the form you'd look up in the dictionary. It's the form that you can put the word to in front of. To run, to jump, to eat, to sleep, to think, to remember, okay? And it is used to make our future tense and our simple present tense. The present participle is the form of the verb. It's made by adding ing to the base, okay? So if we take a verb such as learn, the base form is learn. We could put the word to in front of it, to learn. If we were going to look it up in the dictionary, we would look up the word learn. And you would see the other forms in the dictionary. Present participle would be learning with the ing on the end. The past form is used for simple past tense. And for a regular verb, it's used by adding ed to the end. Learned. The past participle is used with the helping verb have, and with a regular verb is also made by adding ed to the end, learned. So we tend to think of our forms with simple sentences. So I learn is using the base form. I am learning is using the present participle form. I learned is using the past form with no helping verb, and I have learned is using the past participle with the helping verb have. And you can see some examples of that down here. With the present participle, the ing, we always use the helping verb be in front of it. So I am learning, you are learning, she is learning, we are learning, you are learning, they are learning. All the different forms of be. This is the present tense forms, and these are the past tense forms of be. I was learning, you were learning, we were learning, they were learning, he was learning. With the past participle, we use have. So in the present tense, that would be I have, you have, she has learned, we have learned, you have learned, they have learned. I had learned, you had learned, he had learned, we had learned, you had learned, they had learned. So we use the past tense of had, but the main verb is learned in all cases, okay, which is the past participle. With regular verbs, there doesn't seem to be any difference between the past form and the past participle. The only reason we make a distinction between them is because when we get to our irregular verbs, verbs like see, for example, the base form of see is see. To see, I use it in present tense. I see, you see, he sees, we see, you see, they see, base form. Present participle would be seen. I am seen. Past form would be saw. I saw. It's not made using an ed. It's irregular. There's a different spelling to it. I saw, you saw, he saw, they saw. S-A-W. The past participle form is seen. I have seen. S-E-E-N. Seen. They have seen. And it's different. The past form with no helping verb and the past participle used with the helping verb have is different. So in order to stay consistent, we say all verbs have four forms, even regular verbs. Even though in a regular verb these two forms are exactly the same, we still try and keep it consistent and simply say all verbs have four forms. We're going to focus on the regular verbs first, not the irregular verbs. So what I want you to do for your assignment after watching this video is I want you to come up with a sentence using a regular verb, and I want you to change it so that you're using each form of the regular verb. Okay? So if we were doing learn, which you cannot do for your assignment, would be I learn, I am learning, I learned, I have learned. Okay, so whichever regular verb you choose, you need to do a simple sentence, just, I and the verb, or he and the verb, whichever you choose, in all four forms. Okay, remember a regular verb will be ed on the end of both the past and past participle. So if you're using a verb that changes in some way, you haven't used a regular verb. You have to use one that ends in ed.